Lenny and Lucy, written by Philip C. Stead, illustrated by Erin E. Stead. And this is written by the individuals who made A Sick Day for Amos McGee, which I find has great illustrations and poetic writing. Winding along a bumpy road through the dark, unfriendly woods, Peter said, "I think this is a terrible idea." And when they'd finally left the woods and stood safely on the other side of the wooden bridge, Peter said, "This house is not as good as our old house. I want to go back." But no one heard except for Harold, who was only a dog and couldn't do much about it, even though he wanted to. Harold was a good dog. At night, Peter and Harold looked from the upstairs window past the wooden bridge, out to the dark woods. Terrible things hid in the trees. Neither Peter nor Harold slept at all. So, the next day, Peter made a tall pile of pillows, and after they'd toppled the pillows 6 times, Peter ran inside to find just the right blankets. He stitched and sewed and wrapped the pile up, tying it shut with string. He pushed and pulled and kneaded the wrapped-up pillows like dough. And when he was done, he named it Lenny, guardian of the bridge. "Lenny will guard the bridge," said Peter, "and keep the dark woods on the other side, where they belong." Harold wagged his tail. Peter and Harold watched from the upstairs window. They felt safe knowing that Lenny was there. He guarded the bridge silently, patiently, but with no one to keep him company. "Do you think Lenny is lonely?" asked Peter. Then they worried about Lenny and his loneliness. And no one slept at all. So, the next day, Peter brought breakfast to Lenny, toast and jam, and a glass of milk. Then Peter gathered all the leaves on the ground and made a tall pile. And after they'd leapt into the pile 7 times, Peter ran inside to find just the right blankets. He pushed and pulled and kneaded the wrapped-up leaves like dough. When he was done, he named her Lucy. And Lucy was a good friend to Lenny. Everyone slept. The dark woods stayed on the other side of the bridge, where they belonged. The next day, Peter, Harold, Lenny, and Lucy played a game of marbles. Harold was champion. Everyone agreed. For lunch, they ate vegetable soup. And after soup, Peter began a collection of rocks. The others sat a while watching the woods and wondering about the things they couldn't see. "Have you ever seen an owl?" asked Millie. Millie lived next door. She had binoculars that everyone could share, and a bag of marshmallows, too. "No," said Peter. "I've never seen an owl." Harold hadn't either. There's one. So, Peter, Harold, Lenny, Lucy, and Millie sat together, watching out for interesting things. Like an owl. Harold chased a squirrel or 2. And all the while, even after the lights were out, the dark woods stayed on the other side of the bridge, where they belonged. Good night. I love you.